Right, in this video we're going to discuss the unitary method. So here's the idea of the unitary method. The idea being we're finding the value of one in order to find the value of many. So for example, number one, 5 books cost £40. How much does 3 books cost? So we can write this mathematically. So we can write this mathematically as 5 books and that costs £40. Now the first step of the process is to find the cost of one book. So in order to make this 5 a 1, because this is the cost of 5 books, so to make this 5 a 1, we need to divide both sides by 5. So don't only divide the left hand side by 5 only, you need to divide both sides, the left as well as the right, by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 40 divided by 5, that is 8. So this means that one book costs £8. Now if we go back to the question, we need to find how much 3 books costs. So if we go back to this step, so here's the final step, step number 2. So we know the cost of one book costs £8. So to find the cost of 3 books, we multiply both sides by 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, that is equal to, and 8 times 3, and 8 times 3 is 24, and it's £24. So you could also have a closing line, so you could say that, so therefore, and this is the mathematical symbol for therefore, so therefore 3 books cost £24. Right, let's have a go at another question, number 2. So number 2, 4 cupcakes cost 48p. How much does 10 cupcakes cost? So first of all, let's write this down mathematically. So 4 cupcakes costs 48 pence. So in the first step, we need to work out the cost of 1 cupcake. So to make this 4 a 1, we need to divide both sides by 4. So let's do that. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 48 divided by 4. And 48 divided by 4 is 12. And it's 12 pence or 12p. So this means that 1 cupcake costs 12 pence. Now if we go back to the question, we need to find the cost of 10 cupcakes. So let's go back to the method. So this is where step number 2 comes in. So to find the cost of 10 cupcakes, we multiply both sides by 10. So bearing in mind that this is the cost of 1 cupcake, so if I multiply both sides by 10, 10 times 1 is 10, and that is equal to 12 times 10, and 12 times 10 is 120 pence, or I could write 120 pence as £1 and 20p. Right, and let's have a closing line to this problem. So therefore, and 10 cupcakes cost £1.20, and then we're done. Right, have a go at example number 1, take your time, pause the video, and I'll go through the solution very soon. Right, example number 1, 3 cakes cost 36p. How much does 5 cakes cost? So let's write down this mathematically as 3, so 3 cakes, and that costs 36p. So in the first step, step number 1, S1 refers to step number 1. Let's find the cost of 1 cake. To make this 3 a 1, we need to divide both sides by 3. So if I divide both sides by 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 36 divided by 3, that being 12. So this means that one cake costs 12p. And in step number 2, if we go back to the question, we need to find the cost of 5 cakes. So let's go back to the method. To make this 1 a 5, we multiply both sides by 5. So 5 times 1 is 5, and that is equal to 12 times 5, and 12 times 5 is 60. So this means to say that 5 cakes cost 60p. So let's have a closing line. So therefore 5 cakes cost 60p. And then we're done. Right. Have a go at example number 2. I'll give you guys a few moments. Pause the video, take your time, and I'll go through the solution very soon. Right, example number 2. If 8 kilometers is equal to 5 miles, how many miles is 64 kilometers? So 8 kilometers is 5 miles. How many miles is 64 kilometers? Let me write down this. So 8 kilometers, and that is equal to 5 miles. So first of all, in step number 1, so let's find how many miles is equivalent to 1 kilometer. So in order to make this 8 kilometers a 1 kilometer, so we need to divide both sides by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. So 1 kilometer is equal to, and 5 over 8. Let me keep this as a fraction. So this means that 1 kilometer is the same as 5 over 8 miles. Okay, or 5/8 of a mile. And if we go back to the question, we need to work out how many miles is 64 kilometers. So that is where step 2 comes in, the last step. So to make this one a 64, we multiply both sides by 64. So 64 kilometers. So 64 times 1 is 64. That is equal to the right hand side, 5 over 8 times 64. So remember, multiply both sides by 64. And I can make a cancellation on the right hand side. So 8 goes into 64, and 8 goes into 64 8 times, as 8 times 8 is 64. And if I go one extra step, 8 times this 5 is 40. And it's 40 miles. So what does this mean? Let's have a closing statement. So therefore 64 kilometers is 40 miles. And then we're done. Right. Have a go at example number 3. Pause the video, take your time, and I'll go through the solution very soon. Right, example number 3. 3 packets of crisp weighs 90 grams. How much does 4 packets of crisp weigh? So let's write down this mathematically. So we know the cost of 3 packets weigh 90 grams. Okay, so in step number 1, let's work out the weight of 1 packet of crisp. So to make this 3 packets a 1 packet, we need to divide both sides by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and on the right hand side, 90 divided by 3, 90 divided by 3 is 30, and it's 30 grams. So this means to say that 1 packet of crisp weighs 30 grams. But if we go to the question, going back to the question, we need to work out the weight of 4 packets of crisp. So in order to make this one a 4, we need to multiply both sides by 4. So this is where step 2, the last step, comes in. So 4 times 1 is 4. That is equal to 30 times 4. And 30 times 4 is 120, and it's 120 grams. So let's have a closing note that 4 packets of crisp weighs 120 grams, and then we're done. Right, have a look at example number 4, pause the video, have a go, and I'll go through the solution very soon. Right, example number 4. Tom runs 5 miles in 45 minutes. If he runs at the same rate, how long will it take him to run 9 miles? So let's write down this mathematically. So for 5 miles, it took him 45 minutes. So in step number 1, let's work out the time it takes Tom to run 1 mile. So to make this 5 a 1, let's divide both sides by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. So for 1 mile, and we need to divide 45 by 5 also. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. And it's 9 minutes. So this means that for 1 mile, it takes Tom 9 minutes to complete 1 mile. Now, going back to the question, we need to work out how long it will take him to run 9 miles. So this is where step 2 comes in. So to make this 1 mile a 9 miles rather, we need to multiply both sides by 9. So for 9 miles, so 9 times 1 gives us this 9. That is equal to, we multiply the right hand side by 9 as well, and 9 times 9, 81, and it's 81 minutes. Okay, and let's have a closing statement. So therefore it takes 81 minutes for Tom to run 9 miles. And then we're done. Right, so that is it for the video for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the video. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.